Hello everyone, today's shave is another throwback, this time around to Proraso, and my favorite in particular. Now, I like all four of them, but the white one is my favorite. Sometimes the green, like the green and the white is the ones that I use the most, but the white definitely is my favorite. And if I had to choose just one, this would be my first choice. Now, it has been a while since I used it, so that's what we're gonna use today, the full set of white Proraso. Now, since we're gonna use a pre-shave, let's wet the face first, put the pre-shave, and then we'll start sorting out the rest of the stuff. Here you go. There we go. Now, let's grab the pre-shave, which is actually almost at the end, as you guys will see. Let's go. Now there we go, pre-shave applied. Let's let it do its thing. Let's cover it now and put it on the back. There we go. And now let's grab the brush. I didn't want to use a boar brush because Proraso has the boar brush, their own boar brush, which is made by Omega. I can actually show it, have it there up top. There we go. So I could have used this, but today I'm feeling very sensitive around the area here, so I don't want to use a boar brush. So I'll go to a synthetic that it's kind of really soft. This brush in particular was made by Highlander brushes, but it's an homage to my club that I support, Sporting Clube de Portugal. Now let's put this in the back there. And since the knot is very soft, I prefer to use this today. I have a few pimples around here. This has to do with me using the helmet. I'm a biker, and especially now, summertime, I ride often, and after shaving, when you put the helmet around this area, kind of shaves a bit, and then creates ingrowths, creates pimples there. I put a lot of cream. I wash it every day, morning and night, but it still creates a bit of irritation there, even with the creams. I haven't been able in years to avoid that. That's why I normally have a few pimples around this area here, especially now during the summer when I'm riding. So since I'm sensitive today, let's go with a soft knot. So let's soak it straight away now. Now the brush is there soaking. Let's grab the razor, which is a throwback. This was my second ever razor. I had the Wilkinson, which was my first ever, and my first video and my first ever DE razor. First shave with it, and then straight after that I looked into getting a better one, and I found this one in Amazon. This is an exclusive Edwin Jager DE89 that was made for Amazon, which I don't know if they do it anymore, but it's basically a different handle. It's a really short handle, so it would be cheaper, but it's the same head as any Edwin Jager DE89. So that's what we're going to use today. A really big throwback. I think was my second second or third shave ever was with this one, and then I used it for a while as well, and I haven't used it in a long time. So we're gonna use it actually with the blades that I used more often in the beginning as well, and I'm talking about the Astra greens. That's what we're gonna load it with. So an Astra green in an Edwin Jager DE89, a really throwback to the beginning. So let's go. There we go, loaded and ready. Yeah, it's really tiny handle, guys, as you guys can see. Let's put it on the back there, ready to use. And now let's grab the soap, the white Proraso, sensitive skin, made with oats and green tea extracts, and it's my favorite Proraso. Let's go. Now, I wash this normally as I always do with the other soaps. You have to be careful because this is kind of loose there. So what I'll do, as you guys can see, very loose. So I'll just put it like this, let it dry, air dry, instead of turning it around. Leave it without the lid, or in my case, I'm doing that so you guys can see the lid there on the back. Or you can just put the lid like that, so no dust or anything goes in there, but it's still air going in and out. But if you do that, just be sure to drain every liquid you would have there. There we go. Now, the other thing I have to talk about is the scent. I don't know why. I love the scent of the white, the sensitive. And it's actually a scent that fills up the room. It's pleasant and not over intense, but it's filling and it's soothing at the same time. I really enjoy the scent of the white one. Don't ask me why, it's just my personal preference. Yeah, and it definitely fills up the room. And as I'm moving around, I'm feeling it. It's on the pre-shave there as well, which, by the way, because I'm taking a bit of time time is kind of drying a bit. So what we can do is just add some bit of water there, and you guys can see that it's lifting up straight away. So a bit of water. There we go, and you guys can see it's just lifting up straight away. Now, let's stop talking too much and let's start lathering. There we go, lathered up. Yeah, loads all the floor, on the sink, on the hands. You guys can see, look at this. And it just keeps forming. You add more water, it keeps forming. Actually, let me just straighten it out a bit. Look at this. Just look at this. Oof. Look at this leather, man. Proraso, always good, man. You know, that's the thing. Like, if you want to train doing leather, Proraso is probably one of the best ones for you, in my humble opinion. Because price performance is spectacular. You have a variety there of choices. You won't be afraid to use it. I do still advise this soap instead of the cream per se, or I'll show you there, instead of this. Although this is really good. Like, for example, if I'm in a hurry, I prefer to use this because it lathers almost instantly. I must put it back there. But if you want to train lathering so you can pass to other soaps, definitely get a tub of Proraso of your choice. I just practice, like, that's how I've done it. Like, I've just used it, my head shaves, in the shower, practice. So you can start doing some, finding your favorite leather. Because that's the other thing as well. And one of the things I like with Proraso, you can have this thickness, you can add way more water and get it more runny. If you need transparency, for example, you put it thinner and with a thinner layer there, so you can see what you're doing. For example, if you have beer and you want to do a contour there, pass with a finger, for example, take a bit. There's many techniques you can use, not just with Proraso, like with any leather, but I think Proraso is a good one to practice with. Now, I think this is straight enough. Let's leave it there in the bag, and now let's grab the Edwin Jager DE89 with an Astra green and start our shave with the growth. There we go, first pass done. Yeah, lovely. Skin is feeling great. Oh, I love this. I love this. Simple, efficient, great. Now, let's just take the leather there off my nose. Now, definitely this Proraso White for me special brings me back. And not just bringing me back, I think the performance is great. DE89. I think when I started well with a good combination. So mild, sharp razor, not too sharp. The only thing I still don't advise this for beginners. It's because I had a few troubles in the beginning, like cutting my nose, which I don't know if it shows, but I still have marks there on the tip of my nose from the beginning because it has overhanging, and the overhanging when I'm doing my nose there cuts. Other people have trouble around this area, so the lobe of the ear, if you're going across, you can cut the lobe there as well. So that's the only reason I don't advise the DE89 to beginners. I'm always looking out for something that doesn't have overhanging, because when you're a beginner, you're still finding out how your beard grows and what you can do. So it's one less thing for you to worry about. You understand? That's why I don't advise this one. Now, if you're already know by watching videos or something like that you have to be careful, accidents still happen. But if this is the only one you can get this one. That's how I started as well, like, you know. So yeah, I think it was a good combination. Taught me a few lessons. Still shaves great, as you guys can see. And this soap, yeah, the skin is feeling great. Like, yeah, the performance of the Proraso White for me is just top. Beats a lot of artisans, like, not a bother. The only thing is the scent, like, that's what makes it go into the artisan side, is the scents. And then when you find out certain artisans that they're leather and the product itself is just over the top, like, you know what I mean? But it would be great, like, if you're just looking out for something cheap to use, that you know you're gonna have a good shave and performs well, you couldn't go wrong with this at all. Just great. Now, let's go, let's wet the face and get ready for the second pass. There we go. Dry the hands there. Now let's grab the brush and get ready for the second pass with this Proraso White. Here we go. There we go, leathered up, quick, just, ooh, look at this, just exceptional leather there. You just paint a bit, you have actually a thick leather there now, really thick layer there actually, which I don't need now for the second pass. I can have a thin layer there, because there's not much there to take off, to be honest. No, this should be more than enough, straight. Let's put this in the back, let's grab the razor, Edwin Jager DE89 with an Astra Superior Platinum first use. Let's go across. There we go. Second pass done. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. I need to do a beat there. There we go. Yeah, took it off, I think. I was afraid when I was passing by not to need the nose, so I left a bit there. But there we go. Yeah. Lovely. Skin feeling gorgeous. Lovely shave. Feeling ready for the day. Now, let's wet the face and see how much we still have left there on the brush. There we go. Let's grab the brush. Let's check how much we still have left here. Lovely. Great. Loads. Could have done the third pass, the fourth pass, easily enough. And you know, this can form even more if you add a bit more water and you keep scrubbing. Yeah, and this scent, it's just a relaxing scent, guys. Lovely, fresh, clean. Look at this. As I'm doing this, still forming. Look. Loads. Now, let's go. Let's take this off and then I'll go for some witch hazel. There we go. Now pat the face. Now that the face is patted, let's go grab the witch hazel and tea tree oil by Boots and let's do this. There we go. Lovely. Bit of feedback around here, as I was expecting. Lovely. Now, let's let this dry. I'm gonna wash all my stuff and I see you back for the post shave. See you in a bit. We're back. So, let's go into the post shave. With Proraso White, unfortunately, there's no splash. And that's one of my gripes with Proraso White, is not having a splash. But we have a lovely, lovely balm. Now, I'm gonna... I know the reasoning behind it is because it's for sensitive skins. But you can have a witch hazel based splash with those good oils inside. That's no excuse, in my opinion, it's no excuse to have a sensitive splash at all. And as I said in the beginning, I love the scent of this set in particular, and I wouldn't mind having a splash that would have this scent for the whole day. I think it's a lovely, lovely scent. Even as a hint of perfume kind of that way, it would be lovely for the full day, like, not a bother. That's my only small nitpick with the sensitive line by Proraso, so the white line. Yeah, they could say it could be used for a perfume in particular if you want, but you can do that even if there's a splash. You just take the splash off and use the balm, like with any other stuff that has a splash. If you want to use a perfume, you just use a balm and then you use the perfume afterwards. So I don't think that's an excuse. That's my nitpick with the white and with Proraso in particular. In this line, the white line, I already said it a few times and I'm gonna keep saying it. I think they should have a splash in the white line as well. The same way I say of the blue line, you should have a soap in a tub instead of just this one. Can't remember how you call this, but it should have a blue line in that as well, like you have for the other ones. So that's my small criticisms on the Proraso lines, but it's just a nitpick. Let's go. Balm White by Proraso, the sensitive line. There we go. Lovely. Feeling gorgeous. The scent here is not intense, as you guys can expect. Is a balm, so not much there. Let's just close this, and it disappears really quick as well. That's why I say I would love to have the splash. Now let's recap the shave of today. A throwback to the beginnings, and we started with the nope, we didn't start with that. We started with the pre-shave that it's almost at the end. I use this a lot with other soaps as well before my head shaves as well, so it's almost at the end. I might have to get another new one. Lovely. As you guys know, my favorite pre-shaves are soaps, bar soaps, but this would be my second option, the Proraso pre-shaves. So that's the one there. And then brush-wise, we went back to a Highlander brush, this fan knot, which is very soft, plush, and I needed something like that today because I still have a bit of pimples there. Actually, feeling much better. But yeah, I needed something more sensitive today, so I grabbed this Highlander brush, which is an homage to my club, Sporting Club Portugal, and we used this one today. And then throwback to my second ever DE razor, the Edwin Jager DE89, and my most used blade in the beginning as well, the Astra Greens or Superior Platinums. This was the first use there. These ones in particular now are made in India. I can't find it Russian ones, but the Russian ones were the ones I used in the beginning. These Indian ones are actually sharper than the Russian ones, so but not as smoother, but that's my opinion. As for the razor, really good razor. It's a classic, So everyone should have one of these in the den if you collect it, of course, because this is definitely a classic. You can start with it as I did, but always be careful with the overhanging. That's my only gripe with it. I actually enjoyed this special edition by Amazon because the handle is tiny, and it was actually good for me to get a technique of twisting and finding the growth and finding my technique. I actually think I improved way more because it was a smaller one than if it was a bigger one. But that's me. I know a lot of people prefer longer handles, the ones who just kind of in the between, but I think I improved a lot with a smaller handle. So that's the D89 by Edwin Jager. And then Proraso soaps, you guys know, price performance, one of the best on the market. Nothing like starting with this. You can't go wrong. Or even if you don't want to collect soaps, or if you don't want to try new soaps, this is something you can grab, use all your life and be happy with it, because performance wise, really good. For me, my favorite is the white. Second place for me would be the green, and then the blue and the red would be kind of a toss-up between the two of them. Depends on the day, depends how I'm feeling, but my favorite of all is the white one. And I actually think for my skin and all the problems I have and everything, the white for me is one that works the best. So that's the Proraso soap there. And then we finished off with Witch Hazel and Tea Tree Oil by Boots, and the balm from the white line, which performs really well, suits the skin, leaves it there settling down, doesn't have much of a scent. You have that beginning of a scent similar to the soap, but it goes away, fades away really quick. Actually, as I grabbed the soap, it filled up the room again, so the soap tends to have a stronger scent than the balm itself. Yeah, so we finished off with the balm, great performer, and I'm gonna say it again, I think they should have a splash on this line as well. So that was it. That was our shave today. Throwback to the white line by Proraso, and one of the first ones I used when I started. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to put a like on it, really helps the channel. And if you want to help the channel even more, there's my affiliate links down below and a few codes for you guys with discounts in case you want to purchase anything. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye. Ciao.